So this is a serious video. I know I'm a comedian, so I have to let you know up front, I'm not joking around on this one, which could also be a joke because I like to do a lot of that kind of stuff too. I'm here to talk about cat food and to warn you, if you don't know, there's a danger that will kill your cats that most of us don't know about, and I learned the hard way through my own personal experience, and that is this. Do not feed your cats dry food. I know it's in the pet stores. I know they have the best dry food you could possibly buy, but even the best dry food you could possibly buy is worse than the worst wet food you could possibly buy. Because it turns out cats cannot really process dry kibble. Their kidneys cannot handle, they need water. I learned this the hard way when I bought a cat. I didn't buy it. I rescued it because I'm a hero. But then after this story, I'm not a hero. I'm a murderer. I got a cat, a kitten. So she was already healthy as far as I know. And I, like most people, didn't realize. I thought, well, dry food, grain-free. Yeah, because I want to feed her the best. Because you feed a dog dry food, you don't think twice about it. But it turns out cats need a lot of water. They don't get any water in dry food, and they're not really good at drinking water. I know this because I have 2 cats now, and I can leave out a bowl of water, and it'll be the same the next day. Now, I feed them wet food, so they don't really need it. But even if I was feeding them dry food, there'd still be almost a full bowl of water. So what happened was my cat died. She got kidney failure and died because I only fed her dry food. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to kill your cat. Because I have another cat I fed dry food the same. I got them at the same time. She's fine. But if your cat has a pre-existing condition where her kidneys aren't working so well to begin with, that's just going to send them over the edge. She was only 3 years old. I brought her into the vet because I thought she had a urinary tract infection, and then they were like, oh, by the way, she's going to be dead in a month. It's like, what? Oh, yeah, kidney failure. What? And here's the worst part. The veterinarians will never tell you this. You'd think they would. You'd think that'd be on the top of their list. Like, oh, by the way, you got a cat? Don't feed it dry food because it'll kill them. No, they don't do that. No, because they're in the pocket of big cat food. No, I think the reason they don't do it, because it doesn't kill every cat. And they also probably know that a lot of people can't afford wet food. It's expensive. Even the cheapest wet food is still way more expensive than buying a 25-pound bag of dry food. So they probably have some sort of like, whoever big vet is, they're telling them like, hey, listen, you know that dry food will kill the cats, but I mean, on the upside, that gives us more business. But also, you can't shame people because a lot of people are poor. And all they can afford is dry food. So, tell them it's fine. Even though tell them it's fine and say, I'll see you back here in 3 months. And they're like, what do you mean 3 months? This is the yearly checkup. Nothing. But dry food's fine. Yeah, no, totally. Feed that to your cats. So that's my message to you. And even the wet food, technically, you could be feeding them bad food. Like, I was feeding them Friskies for the longest time, thinking like, well, it's better than the dry food I was murdering them with. And then come to find out that even that is garbage. A lot of wet food is basically, they're like, hey, we got this pile of dead horses and pigs and roadkill. What can we do with it? I know. We'll throw it into dog food and cat food and call it byproduct. Nobody will know what the fuck that means, and we'll get it. We'll get rid of all these rotting animals. And they get the little boost of maggot protein in there. So I didn't even realize that for years. And then I saw like a documentary or something, and I looked at the ingredients of Friskies. I was like, oh boy, this is bad. First ingredient, byproduct. Fourth ingredient, corn syrup. Why are you putting corn syrup in cat? Last ingredient, chicken. So now I feed them what I would consider the best, and even that's not the best, because now the push is basically, it turns out you should feed your cats real food and your dogs. Turns out that you should feed them the same stuff we eat, because of course they are living animals. They have the same bodies, not really, but so if we wouldn't eat the shit we feed our cats, then why do we think that's okay? Like, no, it's fine because you're just a cat. So that's my point. Don't feed them dry food. At the very least, mix it up. If you're poor and you can't afford it, get the cheapest of the wet food. It's not that expensive. You can get like 24 cans for like $12. And mix it with the dry food. At least that's something. But I'm telling you, if you're just on the dry food path, you're saving money now, but later you're gonna lose money. Like I remember they were like, your cat's dying, probably got a month, but we could do a blood transfusion. That'll buy her like a couple of weeks. And I was like, well, how much is that? Oh, $5,000. Okay. I guess I better say my goodbyes then. Because it also turns out pet insurance, biggest fucking scam ever. Oh, we'll cover your cat or dog for vet bills. We won't cover any routine stuff. We'll only cover the big stuff, but here's the catch. You got to pay for it up front, and then we'll reimburse you. Which kind of defeats the point, doesn't it? I mean, if they're like, yeah, we got to do a transfusion, costs $5,000, and I don't have it on me, then I guess insurance does me no good, does it? So, anyway, there. That was my advice to you, cat owner. Fresh cat owner who just got on the internet like, what do I feed my cat? Oh, what's this video? I'll put it in all caps, too, the title. Just to really, like, you have to watch this. Because it means it's more important if it's in capital letters. And you'll notice that the thing at the beginning of my show, David Travanak, lowercase letters. That says something about how I feel about myself. Not very good. Also, it's just fucking easier. That stupid shift key, then half the time it shifts two of the letters. You're like, D-A, oh, God damn it, no. It's supposed to be just capital D, and then it's all the letters, and then you accidentally hit cap lock. So,